Last time on our cross-country Peruvian food tour,
Oro, welcome to Peru.
Oro and I went deep into Lima's bustling markets to find the city's wildest street food.
That is the salamiest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
I didn't have this feeling since childbirth.
Now we're taking on marine cuisine in the country's biggest seafood city.
We have both brought you a fish. You're gonna see both of our offerings and choose one to prepare for today. Kind of like Iron Chef, Peru edition.
But first, let's back up. Peru has a coastline stretching 1,500 miles, bordering the Pacific Ocean, and Lima is the pulsating heart of Peruvian cuisine, where the bountiful ocean caresses the shores, blessing the city with her treasures.
Peru is a great place to eat, and the sea's fresh product is the most important ingredient.
When you combine the Pacific's generous offerings with the rich culinary heritage of the land, you get this.
This is like my Sunday dinners. I love seafood.
Today, Oro and I are on a mission to reveal Lima's best from the country's biggest seafood market.
This is about 15 to 20 pounds of squid, and that is just a medium-sized one. They get much bigger than this.
The tropical fish species cooked up in unbelievable ways.
Is there anything particularly special about this fish?
The blue meat.
The meat is actually blue?
It all starts here. Lima city center is a maze of narrow lanes teeming with activity.
This is one of the wildest, most busy, bustling streets I've ever been on. As soon as we sat down, somebody in a blue vest walked up to me and said, hey, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? We got a system here. What are the rules for this street?
If you're here to spice up your Instagram stories, funky street dance and striking costumes will not disappoint.
This is an informal market, so there is not really a rule. They are just here to help the flow.
If you're on a souvenir quest, the selection varies from vintage Hollywood posters to Asian Lucky Charms.
I mean, they were nice. They said at first, what are you doing? And we said, we're sitting here, we're filming a thing. And they're like, yeah, that's cool.
If you're a foodie, you've got to meet this guy.
Put her there.
Nice to meet you. I'm Marco.
Oh, you speak English?
So.
We can conduct the interview completely in English.
I'm done. Goodbye.
Marco is the second generation of this 20-year-old restaurant. We've come here in search of Peru's national dish, ceviche. Ceviche is essentially fish cured with lime. First, cube the fish fillet into bite-sized pieces.
Can you make ceviche from any kind of fish?
Yes.
I'm gonna name a fish and you tell me ceviche or no ceviche. Halibut.
Ceviche.
Shark.
Ceviche.
Squid?
Yeah.
Octopus?
It's delicious.
Starfish. Got you there.
Marry those fish cubes with salt, julienne chilies, garlic and ginger paste, cilantro, and the most crucial component, lime juice. The use of citrus to kill bacteria and cure seafood dates back 2,000 years, when Peru's indigenous people used the local tumbo fruit instead of lime.
When the Spaniard came, they brought the lime and they start to use the lime on the ceviche.
The mixture is put to rest for half an hour, so the acidity can essentially cook the meat. Then it's served. Here it comes with seafood rice.
Can we start with the rice? I want to work up to the ceviche. So we've got an orange rice with a thick orange sauce. We've got shrimp, we've got squid. The lady in the street wants to know if it's tasty.
She was like, you better like it.
Oh, that's delicious. Well seasoned, super savory rice. There's an orangey seafood gravy on top.
La salsa tiene dos procesos.
They prepare the main sauce with tomato, some other spices, and celery.
It's really lively, super savory. It's a perfect binding agent to bring the rice and the seafood together. Let's get to the ceviche. Is there any trick to it, or we just eat it?
Disfrutarlo.
You know what? This is my first ceviche in life. I'm a ceviche virgin.
Well, not anymore.
Do you like it?
I love it.
What's interesting about ceviche is you can put a lot of different types of fish, or you can add more vegetables or fruit, or you can try to do extra stuff to it. The fish itself is just really tender and soft. The acid, the citrus has made it firm up a little bit, and it's got a little bit of like a sour taste, but it's just really fresh. Super delicious. What kind of fish is this in particular?
This is perico.
Ah, this is mahi-mahi.
Mahi-mahi is a tropical fish loved for its white flesh and slightly sweet flavor. Peru is the leading mahi-mahi producer worldwide. But that's just the tip of the iceberg for Peru's fishing industry.
In general, how important is seafood to folks in Peru?
Nuestra bandera prácticamente.
This is a pride for them. It's something that they love, and they love to represent their food with seafood.
Today, we're diving deep into the world of seafood by visiting the largest seafood market in Lima.
Here, you're gonna find pretty much any kind of seafood you can imagine.
Digging up the most exotic fish we can find.
This looks like an octopus, but in fact, it's not an octopus.
And presenting it to a top-tier chef.
Bring it, bring it. I don't think I ever had a fish that resembles a bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Terminal PESQUERO, a market so big they couldn't call it a market, they had to call it a freaking terminal.
Peru's fishing industry is the largest in Latin America, offering more than 2,000 species of seafood to the world, and the PESQUERO terminal is the central hub of this marine colossus.
In this market alone, there are over 200 species. I love it because it's so organized. You go in the ocean, you go scuba diving, fish are everywhere, they're mixed together, it's chaotic. Here, they take them out of the ocean and they separate them into little bins. This is fish for people with OCD.
More than an endless seafood market, PESQUERO terminal is a mini economy all on its own.
Above the market, you have this whole floor full of different restaurants like this.
Claro, todo lo compro acá abajo.
Everything comes really fresh right from that market.
Yes.
Here, the PARIHUELA is a must-try, a seafood soup containing all of the Little Mermaid's little friends. Loads of butter, fish head stock, salt, MSG, pepper, cumin, oregano, chili powder, and mahi-mahi fillets kickstart this coastal concoction.
Is this a dish you created?
Ya existe esta parihuela.
Continue with cilantro, black beer, and 2 whole crabs.
She didn't invent in parihuela, but this one in particular has her special touch.
How did you especially touch this one?
Esos son secretos de la...
She said she may have to kill you.
Remove the mahi-mahi and toss in scallops, shrimp, squid, clams, and mussels. Thicken with cornstarch and milk.
Should we start with the broth?
Yeah, just a broth. Bro,
Dude,
I don't understand this country.
this is good.
It's really good.
Amazing.
It's like deep, savory seafood flavor. It's thick. It's like heartwarming. It's delicious. So this one right here, we have a big shellfish on top.
This is the scallop.
This is big, juicy. It's just soaked and saturated in that gravy. We should both have one.
Dude,
That's very nice. Sweet, soft, like some parts are very tender, some are a little bit chewy in a pleasant way. And then there's just a big white fish in here, the mahi-mahi. Let me get this meaty bite. The lime turned it up a notch. Mahi-mahi is really like a meaty white fish. It's not flaky at all. It's got a bite to it. It has some nice texture.
you can feel the strength of the spices, but they are tender.
Yeah.
It's not like overpowering.
It doesn't seem like regular restaurant cooking. It feels like home cooking, presented beautifully.
Sophisticated.
Let's talk about the market downstairs. What is it that you like about the market?
Que acá en este mercado no hay pierde porque...
First thing is really good because no matter how low the season is, there is always people coming here. And second thing is because this is a seafood restaurant and there is a seafood market, you know that the people that comes here, they are looking for seafood.
Well, guess what, Oro?
Every time you say, guess what, Oro, I'm like, I don't know if I get excited, get scared, or...
Well, this time you don't have to eat any eyeballs or testicles.
Okay.
Yet. Next, you and I are going to be looking for seafood. We're going to go down there, we're going to separate. Alone, we're going to try to find the most unique, exotic, interesting seafood we can find and bring it to the chef. He's going to pick his favorite and cook it up for us. So it's kind of a competition.
That sounds fun.
Peru has the privilege of a long coastline that meets the Humboldt Current, which brings nutrient-rich water from the ocean's depths to the surface, making it the perfect breeding ground for an insane amount of sea creatures. Some so exotic, they even surprise seafood fanatics like us.
So we are here. There is a lot of fishes here that I haven't seen before, but we will find the right fish to cook.
First of all, here's the problem. Oro's superpower is that he speaks Spanish.
¿Cuál es el nombre para...?
Peruvians also speak Spanish.
Berrugata.
It's called berrugata.
For me, I can say hello and I can order a beer. The end.
She said it's really good for the grill. Actually, I think this fish can be a good dancer because it has a lot of movement. Look at that.
Right here we have mahi-mahi. In Florida, they'll call mahi-mahi dolphin, like to be cute. In the Faroe Islands, they call dolphin, and then they actually eat dolphins.
And what it can look like lungs or balls, whatever your preference is actually the eggs of this beauty right here, a mahi.
Senor, can you show me how to pick it up?
This is a very good complement with the salad, but probably not the best option for today.
Under the gill, under the hips. Ooh, it's a big fish. That's a lot of mahi-mahi. Take a look at this. It's upside down. This is how they swim in the wild. Very awkward fish. The question is this a suitable fish to bring the chef? Is it unique? I'm uncertain. I want to get a better look at what else the market has to offer. Let's keep moving. Right here, we have a treasure. You'll find this all over this market. This is the Humboldt squid, or Peru's flying jumbo squid.
Peru is the boss of the jumbo flying squid game. Here, they've got them as big as they come.
These are the legs, and the head is connected to the leg. Actually, it looks like a cousin of mine. Can you see?
That right there is the body. The skin is actually super thick.
These plus-size squid can grow a gigantic mantle over 3 feet wide, and they can weigh in at more than 82 pounds.
This is kind of like a pig. Look how I say.
Hello, Sonny. I'm coming for you.
A normal squid, like the squid you'd see in Vietnam, the top triangle piece on their head is about that big. Here, it's freaking massive. Just that top head part could feed a whole family. It is incredible, the size of these creatures. And how slippery they are, too.
These are trouts. They have a very beautiful eyes. It's like look directly to your soul.
This is a flatfish. This one is super popular in Korea. The reason I love it so much is because the nickname for it is the bastard halibut. Both eyes are on one side. It looks special. It looks special.
This is even better, contestant. Look at this. It's like an evil version of the mahi-mahi. I wanna haunt you for the rest of your life. It's very wobbly as well.
This is a tiny monkfish. The last time I saw a monkfish, I was in Japan, and it was gigantic. I could fit my whole head inside its mouth, probably. This is just a little guy. I could fit his whole head in my mouth. The tables have turned, haven't they? Monkfish. Finally, here, we have something I have never seen before. This is called a devilfish. The spines look brutal. It's got spiny fins as well, so if that pokes you, well, it's not gonna kill you, but it'll be inconvenient. I'm gonna have to be clever and find something Oro would never think of. Soon we're both gonna reveal our picks to the chef and see which one he wants to prepare. It's like Iron Chef, but it's not like Iron Chef. Okay, cut.
Pescado Capitales is a bright star in Peru's culinary constellation. This restaurant embraces Nikkei cuisine, a marriage of Peruvian cooking with Japanese influence. And this man here is the boss of the kitchen.
My name is Manuel. I'm chef since 15 years ago. I'm working here in Pescados Capitales 3 years ago. I'm really happy to be here in the show.
We have both brought you a fish. You're gonna see both of our offerings and choose one to prepare for today.
There is 200 plus species in the seafood market, so how confident are you that you can cook any of those?
I trust my skills.
For anything.
Yeah.
Shark meat,
Yeah.
snails.
I can try.
You will take the challenge.
I've got mine right here. I don't know where yours is, but I think I should start.
I put some storytelling on it, so I'm very confident about it.
Oh, geez, I just went for looks, like when I picked my wife. Chef,
Yes.
I present to you, right here, the parrotfish. Big, blue, giant forehead, like my friend Oro. Just kidding, you have a normal size forehead.
I don't think I ever had a fish that resembled a bird.
All it needs is 2 little legs down here, and it's basically a bird. What do folks in Lima usually do with a fish like this?
Tiradito, ceviche, asudado, and deep fry.
So plenty of different options.
All right, good colorful option, like pretty good dry, but being humble, I think I have a better option.
Bring it, bring it.
Oh, wait, he didn't even put his on ice.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right here.
It looks like a toy, but
Look, it's like a mahi, a big mahi, but like shrimp.
Could this potentially be cooked into something?
maybe deep fry or just stoke.
Yeah, just not today, right? It's a lovely fish. It looks like it had a good personality. It's probably a family man or woman. There's no penis. I don't know. My main concern is the size. There's 2 of us, potentially 3 of us if you join.
You know what? I will just keep it in the side of my bed for tonight.
Keep it.
While Oro's choice of fish is creative and inspiring,
I think this time I'll choose this one.
my parrotfish is destined for 2 different dishes. But first it must be filleted.
I'm gonna cut it this one and a half, head to tail, just to hit the bone. We're separating the meat from the bone gently because it is a very delicate fish. Sometimes the meat is blue. We need to be very lucky to get that. This one is the fillet. And you can see that the meat is really soft, really delicate. When it cut in, really thin strips, like a sashimi. Put it on the plate, some lime juice, and make a very traditional Peruvian dish. We'd call it tiradito.
What makes this pop is the sauce, a mixture of lime and lemon juice, local rocoto chili, salt, ginger, and garlic.
I recommend use a spoon because of the juice.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's delicious. The meat is very delicate, like a lively, fresh citrus, but not overwhelmingly like sour feeling or tasting. For me, it has some of the spirit of a ceviche. What do you think separates a ceviche greatly from this?
Basically, the tiradito has no onions on it. The cut of the fish and the sauce. Rocoto paste.
Is it rich? Is it sour? Is it creamy? How should it taste? Because it's not really spicy.
Creamy, little bit spicy, and sour.
This is like an elevated version of the rocoto sauce that we tasted outside in the car yesterday. It was like very rich and strong, but this one is like a more delicate, elevated, like really good with the taste.
Yeah, it's just stunning and delicious. Oh, and it's got corn.
Peruvian corn.
So, at what point are the ingredients not considered Peruvian? Because this country is so dynamic, so many different regions and agriculture that takes place at so many different elevations. I mean, you just have so much to work with. It's hard for me to pin down what Peruvian food even is.
Well, it's a mix. The whole Peruvian food is a mix of cultures, places, regions, altitudes. Peruvian ingredients are the base of it.
From the humble beginnings of potatoes and legumes 20,000 years ago, Peruvian cuisine has been shaped by various influences: Spanish conquistadors, Arab raiders, Africans, and even Asian migrants.
Most countries are known in the American culinary lexicon as having a few standout dishes. You look at Italy, it's like, okay, pizza. Japan, sushi, sashimi. Vietnam, we've got pho, banh mi. What would those foods be for Peru?
Ceviche, I think lomo saltado, like a saute beef. And the ají de gallina is a stew of chicken.
So not guinea pig.
No.
Not in the top 5?
No, I love guinea pig.
It's more on the fringe though.
Yeah.
This right here, we have the parrotfish. I love that you took on this challenge. This is your first time preparing parrotfish and it looks incredible.
For our second dish, a whole parrotfish is scored, then rubbed down with a fish broth. The chef covers it in flour, then submerges the fish in a hot bubbling pool of oil. Chef Manuel elevates this culinary work of art with his own twist: prawn head sauce.
First, try the sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's very fishy.
You're right, it's a bit fishy. It tastes of shellfish and snails.
So, I recommend to cut just the meat because it's boneless. Dip it on the sauce.
Cheers.
Oh, it's Kentucky Fried Fish. Like the shell, that skin, that outside is really crunchy and oily and super yummy.
You know, now I understand the fishiness of the sauce because this fish is not fishy at all.
And the crust works really good with the sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like sometimes fried chicken needs gravy, sometimes fried fish needs some of this shrimp gravy. Man, I've never had anything like this. It's so good. I know that recently, Peru and Lima in particular has gotten a lot of recognition for the cuisine here. In the time you've been cooking, how have you seen the international perception of food in Peru or food in Lima change?
I think it's getting better every year. That's lovely for us because Peru is not just Machu Picchu, llamas, we got great food, great people, great restaurants, and the tourism is bringing. It's nice.
Is the food getting better or are people just starting to recognize it and become aware of it?
I think the places are getting better, but the food is the same.
I think that's well put. And I talk about Vietnam maybe too much, but that's like my second home. 50 years ago, it was way different. Obviously now things like pho, all these Vietnamese foods have become much more popular internationally because people started to figure it out. And vendors and chefs started to execute better at bringing those foods abroad and marketing them to people and showing them to people. So it's not always about just having the best or a great product. Sometimes you have to know how to bring it to the people. For you, do you feel some responsibility on your shoulders as one of many representatives of cuisine here?
A lot. I think all Peruvian cooks working here or outside in every country, you're representing your country.
I think as ambassadors go, you're doing one hell of a job. This is just a small sampling of what you have to offer, but this was outstanding.
I'm glad we didn't go with my fish.
Me too.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace.
I'm surprised that you like coriander. A lot of people in the US don't like.
Some people think it tastes soapy, and they think that some people have a gene that dictates whether they like it or whether they think it tastes soapy. But I like it. I like everything but cucumber. So do you change your recipe depending on the season?
Yeah.
So what other types of fish do you use?
Lisa.
Ah, it's called Lisa, like the first computer.
Another fish is pejerrey. It's very delicious.
Smooth fish, the one that dances and like. I used to be a smooth fish.
What happened to you?
I got married.
Parrotfish. It's a new thing. All the comments right now are like, they're extinct. Did you know that? I'm like, now they're extinct.
Most of Sonny's tumblays are like this. Look at me, I'm Sonny right now.
Oh, guys. guys, that is the
Bang bang.
of video number 2 here in Lima. From here, we're leaving Lima. We're going to a completely different region, and you're going to see that place next time when you tune in to the Best Ever Food Review Show. Otherwise, I want to say a huge thank you to my man, Oro, right here. Handshake. Guys, you can check out Oro right here on his Instagram. You can follow his interesting and inspiring work he's doing on sustainable concrete.
We are removing CO2 from the air.
Ugh, I hate CO2. Anyways, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. All right, let's see if we can make it out with our wallets in our pocket.
We should do that.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.